Oh, hello everybody. Danny Rufo coming at you with a little special edition, Agita edition tonight. Had a nice big dinner with the family, and now I don't feel too good. And I'm going to tell you how some Italian Americans dealt with this, how my old man used to deal with it. I got something here called Brioschi. All right, I've been seeing a lot about this on some posts on the Italian American pages. Brioschi. When I was a kid, this came in a beautiful glass bottle with a metal lid. Today, it's gone to plastic. Brioschi, imported from Italy. Okay, there's only a few places I know I can find this now. One of them is Casapula's Sub Shop in Ellesmere, Delaware. The other one is Papa's Market, a little grocery store on 6th Street in between Union and Lincoln in Little Italy, where I grew up. So, Brioschi, we always had this in the house growing up. My father loved having this around for after dinner. When you got a little bit of the agita, I call it. You might call it heartburn, acid reflux, sour stomach. They all mean the same. It means agita to me. And so this is a good cure-all. I've used the Tums. I got the Rolaids. Those are Band-Aids. Sometimes you need a stitch. I got like a Pepsid, different pills I buy. Brioschi, always a kind of a quick fix too. That always worked for me. So this is Brioschi. It's a product from Italy. It's imported. The ingredients: sugar, baking soda, malic acid, glucose syrup, natural lemon flavor, and FD&C Blue No. 2. That's probably what does the trick. So Brioschi, we did this growing up. I'll show you how we do. It's kind of like Italian Alka-Seltzer. You know, plop, plop, fizz, fizz. Oh, the relief it is. This is kind of the same thing with a little bit of an Italian twist. So you start with a nice glass of water. All right, nice cold water. I got it filled up to about here. This was a Pfaltzgraff, Amalfi. It was a, Jesus, 20 years ago. We registered this when we got married. So we still have these glasses around. Strawbridges. It's not around anymore either. Strawbridge and Clover. All right, so you take your Brioschi, and the ingredients say to use about a teaspoon, tablespoon. I filled it the cap. It says 5 grams. I don't know what 5 grams looks like in Brioschi. And you see, they're little fizzies. Little fizzies, little fellas. I'll hold one out for you. See? Little fizzies. And you take your glass, all right, and you drop them in. Now, when I was a kid, this used to explode, man. When I was a kid, this would bubble up immediately, come over the top of the glass. You go drink it, it will tickle your nose. They must have changed something in the process over the years. Because it doesn't, I don't remember it fizzing this softly, to be honest with you. In the old days, it fizzled much more dramatically, much more violently. But I let it sit for a couple of minutes. You see it cloudy. You see it bubbles. See the bottom of the glass. It sits and it bubbles up. You get that effervescence. Okay, so you let it sit for a couple seconds. You let it bubble up. And you take a big gulp. And then you're going to burp. And it's going to be like the world is better, right? So Brioschi, it's foaming up. I'm about ready. Here we go. Here's to you. Salute. A couple nice big sips. Excuse me, I don't want to burp in your face, huh? Feel better, see? My father used to drink this after certain meals. You know, certain meals, they got you. This loosens everything up with the effervescence. So that's some Brioschi. Some people have been talking about it. A couple places to find it in Delaware. In Philadelphia, New York, Boston, you'll probably have a little bit more luck. For those of you, of my friends in Oklahoma, I don't know, you got to go online, eBay, to find. I'm not sure. But the big cities that have Italian populations, you should be able to find that still. So that's Brioschi. Helps with the agita, the indigestion. So I hope everybody has a good night. I got some stuff coming, right? I still got the Italians in Delaware. I'm working on the research on that. That'll be ready soon. I'll put a couple episodes out for that. Got a big cooking show coming up, right? I'm going to do tomorrow. It's Friday. I'm in the mood for some seafood, okay? We do that during Lent. And, of course, Christmas Eve, Italians do a nice big seafood thing, right? So tomorrow I'm going to share with you a nice recipe I have for crab cakes, right? Italian crab cakes. I got to make it ethnic, right? So, and you might be surprised at some of the ingredients there. So, a little crab cake recipe I got from a buddy of mine down in Baltimore, where they know crab cakes, right? I'm going to do some smelts tomorrow. Again, Christmas Eve, my father used to make smelts. He used to call them Italian French fries when I was little, right? So I'm going to make some smelts, some fried smelts, and some crab cakes tomorrow. And I'll share that with you, my little recipe. I can't put that on the History of Wilmington page or the History of Newark because people don't like, sometimes my cooking shows isn't quite history stuff. But you can find it on my Rufo Social Studies class and on YouTube. Search Donato Rufo, DONATO-RUFO, and you can find all my stuff on there. I got another little show coming up on nicknames. In the neighborhood where I grew up, everybody had a nickname. And I want to thank my friend on here, Gia, and I want to thank my buddy Mark Simeone and Melissa Yateman. You guys are going to send me some nicknames, and I got a nice list I'm working on. I knew guys who went by Choo Choo. I knew a guy whose name was Coochie. A lot of Italian Americans in the old days used to have nicknames for each other. So I got a nice list of nicknames. I'm going to put something together for that too. All right, so summer's moving along. I hope everybody's having a good time. If you got indigestion, you got the agita. Go find some Brioschi and take it easy, everybody. All right, good night. And now I got to shut her off. Boom.